Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Esteemed FaceTime with Leaders, an initiative by World Development Corporation. I am Farhad Khan, anchor at World Development Corporation. FaceTime with Leaders is a platform for industry titans to share their experiences, thoughts, ideas, and best practices in order to inspire one another and future leaders. In a nutshell, we attempt to encapsulate the multi-decadal learnings acquired by these industry leaders. We also hope that by conducting these FaceTime with Leaders interviews, we can bring together a global community of eminent personalities. By bringing together such visionaries on one platform, we hope to play a part in inspiring the lives of other leaders. Great learnings from great leaders undoubtedly assist everyone by identifying, nurturing, and using the trade secrets that are proven success formulas for many. And this is what we aim for with these sessions by making them a gathering of industry stalwarts and a knowledge-sharing community. We have one such industry titan on FaceTime with Leaders with us today, Mr. Mukesh Mendiratta. Hello, welcome, Mr. Mendiratta. We are glad to have you here with us today.
Yeah.
He is a highly accomplished and experienced professional with over 2.5 decades of well-developed expertise in the field of surface treatment and coatings in India and overseas, which he has enriched with his comprehensive understanding of operations management, strategic planning, financial prudence, and team management. Throughout his career, he has demonstrated exceptional leadership skills and a strong ability to drive business growth and profitability with experience of setting up various Greenfield and Brownfield projects in related fields. For the past 10 years, he has successfully held the position of Chief Operating Officer and Vice President at Nihon Parkerizing India Private Limited. So, Mr. Mendiratta, could you please share your journey of becoming COO and Vice President at Nihon Parkerizing India Private Limited?
Yeah, thank you for the generous introduction and having me here today. I have been in the coating industry for last 2.5 decades, and during this entire period, I've worked with various MNCs in multiple roles. If I talk specifically about Nihon Parkerizing, I joined this company in the year 2011 as General Manager Technical. My initial role was to set up the Greenfield plant and ensure flawless transition and smooth supplies of our products and services, which were earlier handled by Kansai Nerolac Paints in India, to our esteemed customers in the automotive domain. And we had a target to start SOP in April 2012. Our parent company, being Japanese, invested a whopping 750 million rupee as an initial investment, though our revenues were merely 250 million. The basic idea was we wanted to build a state-of-art chemical manufacturing plant, which is safe and secure in all respects, from fire, from earthquake, or any other natural calamities. It should fulfill all legal requirements as well as and have a safe working environment for our employees. Apart from these, there were various other challenges ahead of us, like building the entire team. I'll tell you, when I joined this company, there were just 3 local employees, and there were 3 Japanese experts. So we had to build the entire team from the scratch. Then, of course, we had a challenge of setting up a chemical plant with zero discharge. Being a Japanese global MNC, our policy globally is to ensure zero discharge in all our global transplants to ensure protection of environment and society at large. And we give utmost priority and strictly adhere to the ESG guidelines. Apart from this, we had to ensure continuous supplies and services to our automotive lines. As you know, automotive industries works on JIT supplies, that is just-in-time supplies. So we cannot miss the train there. Then we had to generate revenues, we had to expand business. There were a lot of cost pressure also because margins were negative when we started because of the heavy investment we did. And we had to localize the raw materials because we need to cut down the risk, as well as we have to do the cost reduction. Then, of course, some litigations were there, like we had to do merger or of our previous company to the new company, that is Nihon Parkerizing India. Then we had to conclude contracts with the consignor paints like marketing and servicing contracts. So there are list was very long actually. So what we did is we listed all the challenges and tasks and start making a strategy and plan to address them based on priorities. So step by step, we build up a strong team of 100 people within a span of 3 years. And we set up various departments, including HR, finance, production, quality, logistics, sales, technical service, purchasing, IT, etc. And we also set up a state-of-art manufacturing plant, which complied with all the legal compliances, statutory norms, while ensuring zero discharge right from the day one. Another very critical task was to serve our existing customers, which were around 125 numbers across the India, and to ensure smooth transition and supplies of our products and servicing while shifting our operations from previous company to the existing company, that was Nihon Parker India. It was like Saturday we stopped supplies from the previous company, and next Monday we have to start supplies from the new company. So it was so precise that there was absolutely zero scope of error in this. Another great achievement was that within first 3 years, we doubled our sales and customers. In fact, we got various new line orders from our existing customers, which showed that customer have faith in our products. We were also able to make a drastic improvement in the bottom line from negative 28% to positive 10% within a short span of 2 years, despite the fact that the capital investment was almost 3 times of our revenues. And we also got certified with ISO TS certification. In fact, we did moved one step ahead of market and competition in getting OSAS, that is Occupational Health and Safety certification, which truly showed the spirit of a market leader. Now, being a global MNC, we initiated various CSR activities in our local area by arranging health camps, by arranging blood donation camps, promoting water hygiene, and allowing washroom facility in village schools. We also have an internal policy of promoting the girl child. Like we give cash rewards as well as call both the parents of the girl child to our plant to plant a tree in our manufacturing unit. And we encourage them to take care of this tree like a baby for lifetime.
That's really great.
Yeah, with all these achievements, I was elevated as CEO and Vice President with the entire operations responsibility, including finance, HR, supply chain, reporting directly to the Managing Director, who is a Japanese expert. Now, if I today review our performance after 12 years, we have increased our revenues by 5-folds. And we have almost a strength of 350 great people working with us. We have localized our raw material content to an extent of 95%. We have successfully maintained our bottom line, EBITDA over 15% and net profit, that is PAT, around 10% for last 10 years. We also successfully established 3 business verticals over these years, with each vertical contributing with a positive margin to the bottom line. Our market share in automotive and transportation space is over 60%, and we clearly way ahead of our competition. Our focus thrives on introducing our latest technology products that are being innovated in our central laboratories in Japan to our esteemed customers in India in real time, and also launch products that reduces the impact on environment. That is reducing the carbon footprint ensuring resource saving, that is water and energy, reduction in the operating cost while maintaining our quality and performance standards, same as the global level. Another very important factor where we give a lot of emphasis is corporate governance and employee satisfaction, which is one of our core principles. We have well-developed and well-defined company policies and SOPs in place, with all of them representing the same values and vision as are followed in all our transplants globally, with consideration to the local laws and regulations. We have also established various committees like audit committees, CSR committees, POSH committees, and all our HR policies are also approved from the Labor Department, that is through sending order. Then safety is our utmost priority. In fact, every day when we start production, our tagline is safety first, quality must. And we are very proud to say that we have zero defect, that is zero market claim, since our inception, and zero effect, that is zero safety incident, since we started our operations in India. Our team's efforts led us achieve consecutive back-to-back national safety awards, which are organized from National Safety Council of India for the year 21-22. And we also promote very open and transparent and healthy culture in our organization. So this is the summary of our accomplishments in India and my journey so far with Nihon Park Rising in past 20 years.
That's really very interesting, and indeed come a long way with all the challenges and responsibilities. So are there any common learning factors you'd like to share that you have taken from all the different roles and responsibilities you have handled?
Yeah, I think C-suite executive role is very, very critical in the sense that they are responsible for making major corporate decisions, managing overall operations, and setting the company's tone and its strategic direction. Basically, they are accountable to the board as well as stakeholders of the company. Though each person has his own learnings and experience, but still I feel certain skill sets and factors are very, very important for a person to develop if we wish to succeed in any form of life, particularly be a leader. As it is said, good leaders are not born, rather they are made. So the first skill which I would like to mention here is integrity. See, integrity is an essential leadership trait for the individual and the organization. It is essentially important for top-level executives who are charting the organization's course and making countless other significant decisions to be having the sense of integrity, basically. Then second very important skill is delegation. Delegation is one of the core responsibility of a leader, but it can be tricky to delegate effectively because the goal is not just to free yourself up, but it is to enable your direct reports, your subordinate, your juniors to grow, to facilitate teamwork, provide autonomy, and lead to a better decision making. I think the best of leaders build trust in the workplace and on their teams through effective delegation and ensuring the same through continuous review mechanism. So delegating your work is very important. Then very important factor is communication. Effective leadership and effective communication are intertwined. So the best of the leaders are skilled communicators who are able to communicate in a variety of ways, from transmitting information to inspiring others to coaching direct reports. One should be able to communicate with wide range of people across the roles and geographies. Like for instance, the quality and effectiveness of communication of sales leader directly affects your success of your business strategy. So I think communication is very, very key skill which leaders should develop. Then the next is gratitude and respect, which is very close to me. See, being thankful can lead to a higher self-esteem, reduce depression and anxiety. Gratitude can make you even a better leader. Treating people today with respect is one of the most important things a leader does, as it eases tension, it reduces the conflicts and creates trust,
True,
and
true.
also improve effectiveness. See, respectfulness can be shown in different ways, but the most simple way to show respectfulness is to be a good listener. Once you truly seeks to understand the perspective of others, it will be very easy to communicate and build the entire team. So gratitude and respect to your subordinates, to your colleagues is very, very important. Then last but not the least is courage. I can be hard to speak up, to voice a new idea, or flag a concern for someone above you, or when you are only one on the other side. So that's part of reason. Courage is a key trait for a good leader. Rather than avoiding problems or allowing conflicts to fester, it is important at times to step up to set the things right. And that is the courage what a leader should show. A workplace with open culture of hearing out, transparency, and acceptance is always beneficial to foster a strong and resilient organization. So I think these 5 skills or factors are very, very important, which I have learned a leader should inculcate to be a successful leader.
Yes, indeed. And I think everyone must follow this in the day-to-day life as well. I'm sure it will help each one prosper and grow in their businesses. So you've been honored with several awards during your career journey. Which of them do you regard as your biggest achievement and why?
Yeah, you have really asked me a tough question. See, my approach has always been to give my 100% in all the activities I do without thinking of any rewards or recognition. Though, of course, honors and awards are always motivating, it boosts your confidence and are a certificate of your accomplishments. But for me, the most important is that particular moment, when you taste the success, while you accomplish your goal after all the hard work and challenges you face. There is a very famous American author, Mr. Ralph Waldo Emerson. He has once said, the reward of a thing well done is to have done it. So that feeling of accomplishment at that particular moment when you reach your goal is the biggest reward one can expect. So to me, all my awards and honors are equally important. But since you have asked me, and being an enthusiast of environment, the special recognitions which we received from the Tamil Nadu State Pollution Control Board is very, very close to my heart, as the merit of this product which we launched in India is very special in the sense that it reduces the carbon footprint by 95% compared to the conventional technology, which is a big achievement. Also, it completely eliminates the requirement of ETP as there is no effluent generated. It reduces the space by 1/3. So you have a big space saving. Your initial investment cost will also cut down. Then it also cut down your water consumption by 70%, which is a very, very big advantage because water is getting scarce every day. Then it reduces your process time by 1/3. That means you can enhance your productivity. Despite all the above facts, you will be surprised to know that it is economical as well. So the operating cost of this product is almost half of the conventional technology. So I think therefore this product has brought us a lot of laurels and have been a boon for the forging industry per se. So yeah, this is very close to my heart.
That's really very nice. So how and when did you develop an interest in ESG?
Yeah, ESG is, I think, most discussed buzzword nowadays in corporate world. Though ESG is there for quite a while now, but if you see specifically post-pandemic, the global ESG investing has picked up momentum. As investor perceived COVID-19 as one of the century's, biggest sustainability crisis. In fact, recently I was going through a report which mentioned that 90% of international investors look for a company's ESG performance. If we talk about India, this came into limelight when our Honorable Prime Minister committed to achieve net zero emissions by 2070 in the Paris Agreement of the United Nations Climate Change Conference in 2021. And further, as you are aware that recently SEBI also has made ESG disclosures mandatory for the top 1,000 listed companies under its business responsibility and social responsibility, that is BRSR initiative. So I think this was the starting point when I developed interest in ESG. Then I came across World Development Corporation's advertisement on TV, where I came to know that they are going to launch the ESG and independent director integrated course. And then I attended one of the introductory session online. And this is how I got enrolled myself into that. Yeah.
So as an ESG and corporate governance expert, what values do you bring to the table?
Yeah, to answer your question, I think it is very important first to understand what ESG is and why is it important. So, as you know, ESG stands for environmental, social, and governance. These are basically called the three pillars of ESG framework. And it represents the three main topic areas that companies are expected to report in. The basic goal of ESG is to capture all the non-financial risks and opportunities inherent to a company's day-to-day activities. Now, when we talk about the three pillars of ESG, that is environmental, under this pillar, company needs to capture data related to energy usage and efficiency, climate change strategy, waste reduction, biodiversity loss, greenhouse emissions, and carbon footprint reduction. When we talk about the social pillar, company needs to focus on the fair pay living wages, equal employment opportunity, employee benefits, workplace health and safety, community engagement, responsible supply chain, and adhering to the labor laws. The last is the governance pillar, under which the companies must ensure corporate governance, risk management, compliance, ethical business practices, avoiding conflicts of interest, and accounting integrity and transparency. So why ESG is so important and getting so much interest by globally? ESG is the framework for responsible action on the part of companies. This action reconciles environmental and social concerns in business operations. It is connected to a responsible corporate attitude in planned investments, that is, socially responsible investments. ESG does not affect only the environment, it affects marketing, sales, production, supply chain, HR, finance, and many other, in fact, all areas of a business. So today, the stakeholders of a company are not limited to shareholders just. They have come to include customers, employees, suppliers, regulators, and the general public. And stakeholders expect companies to make an active contribution to solving the global problems. Company can no longer evade the consequences of these problems. So that is why ESG is getting importance globally. However, of course, not all the sectors of the economy face the same ESG issues. Like for instance, if we talk about banks case, greenhouse gas emission are not so important for the banks as they are in the case of energy companies. So these differences in is what matters to a particular sector from an ESG perspective is called the materiality. So companies need to report on issues that are material to them. Now, coming back to your question that what an ESG expert should bring on the table to the organization. In a sense, the duty of an ESG research analyst involves delving into other aspects of an investment, primarily those associated with environmental, social, and regulatory issues. So before combining these with the relevant financial data, so that a more informed decision can be made before any subsequent action is taken regarding the investment opportunity. Now, as an ESG analyst, one needs to spend a significant amount of time examining data related to a possible financial venture. Of course, this information will include some of the aspects that I mentioned previously. They may also compile findings such as past audits, big data source from public and private areas, public policy statements, share prices and analysis, short-term and long-term growth projections. In addition to providing timely reports for new opportunities, he may also be required to monitor past investments from an ESG perspective in order to ensure that the primarily fundamentals have not changed. On a similar note, ESG analysts may need to review existing investments to make sure that they are compatible with the changing ESG strategies of the client. Apart from all these, there are some additional traits which I feel the best of ESG experts will often deliver, which includes the ability to collaborate with the investment teams. The ESG expert should have strong communication skills, a knowledge of any relevant regulations such as GDPR guidelines. He should have willingness to remain fully transparent with his findings. He should have excellent quantitative skills, a general understanding of asset management and the financial markets, and last is very, very important, which is he should have a solid approach to ethics. So I think this is what an ESG expert, whether it is me or anybody, should bring on the table.
Yes, definitely. Like really great words. So as someone working closely with technology, what are some of the most remarkable changes you have seen in your field with changes in technology? And what changes do you expect to see with the advent of IoT, AI, ML, blockchain, big data, and Web 3.0?
I think very good question, because we are seeing that whole world is changing and moving towards digitalization. My entire work experience has been predominantly into the field of automotive coatings, right? And we means the industry is going through a fourth industrial revolution that we called as or term as Industry 4.0. While looking into the smart paint shops, we have to understand what Industry 4.0 is basically. In a sense, it is the trend towards automation, data exchange in manufacturing technologies, and processes which include cyber physical systems like CPS and the Internet of Things, IoT, and the Industrial Internet of Things, that is IIoT, cloud computing, cognitive computing, and artificial intelligence. Now, these all factors contribute to a single point, which is high efficiency, higher output, with a reduction in time and cost. So for the Industry 4.0, there has been a lot of innovation in this paint sector for automotive industry. These new shops are coined as smart paint shops. These paint shops are linked up with flexible hardware, intelligent software, and complemented with innovative digital services like maximizing customer benefits. I'd like to share some examples with you. Like first one is smart design. The basic goal of this is to create a flexible and adaptable web-based platform that allows to drastically reduce the automotive paint plant delivery times for customers. Because generally, if you have to set up an automotive paint plant, it takes almost a year. Indeed, the system works with clients right from the onset and can be adapted as project develops and specifications evolve. Self-adaptable 3D drawings, for instance, in the system help visualize the evolution of the plant and the interrelation of the components. This allows the company to plan and plot workflows from the very start. Another very unique and very great feature about this system is it will be directly linked with the suppliers, with material specifications and costing information, which is pre-populated. So whenever there is a change in the design or designs are changed, all these elements are recalculated within real time. This allows customers to be able to customize design, be flexible, and closely oversee the budgets, whether it is not going beyond their budget requirement, and also to limit the delivery delays. The next very important thing is Internet of Things, that is IoT system. The IoT system allows the plant to use simulation and virtual reality processes to collect and analyze information, which is called Smart Process Kit. And this will relocate car bodies through cable-less technology, as well as communicate with the workers and receive their feedback, making operations very efficient. So we talk about machine talking, we talk about now machine and human being talking. So these kind of concepts are coming in paint shops also. And with the ability to process big data, the system allows the company to establish base settings for the equipment and model workflows in the new plant. In fact, the integration of each element within the plant is accomplished while the equipment is still being manufactured and delivered or installed. So the time is saved and new plants can be operational with minimum delays. Additionally, continuous communication between the different elements in the paint process like oven, air quality, application, so on and so forth, can be adjusted automatically or trigger operator intervention. So I think with all these technologies like IoT, artificial intelligence, big data coming into play, in order to reduce the cost of the companies, reducing time, and giving the clients that flexibility and optimization according to their needs, we can say that the smart paint shop has a very important role to play in the upcoming future of Industry 4.0. And with the growing fluctuations in the market, I would certainly say that this is not on the downfall, it is on the rise rather, and will go for a long time. Yeah.
Yes, true. Technology is just like increasing and growing day by day. And there's no limit to it, actually. That is the thing.
Sure.
I mean, it's for the good and for bad. I mean, that is up to us to to decide. So as you know, we are building a community of industry magnets. The move is meant for cross-pollination of knowledge and building a knowledge-sharing community of corporate giants and industry experts. What are your thoughts about this initiative taken by Mr. Zishan Pathan, Mr. Hemal Mehta, and the whole World Development Corporation team?
I think they all are doing a great job. And first of all, I would like to convey my heartiest congratulations to Mr. Zishan Pathan for being recognized as top 20 successful Indian change makers by Times of India. It's really a great feat. And the recognition itself, says the quality of work being done by Mr. Pathan, Mr. Hemal Mehta, and the entire team of World Development Corporation, basically. But nevertheless, I'd like to mention here that the entire team of WDC is doing an outstanding and impeccable job in shaping preparing the future board leaders. And this is a very unique and much wanted initiative, to be honest, as there has been no such institution which gives formal training or education on being a responsible director. In fact, I am reminded of one more famous saying by Mr. Ralph Waldo Emerson that do not follow where the path may lead. You know, do not follow the where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. So basically, I believe that this is what your entire team has been doing, and it's a great work. The entire designing of the course, curriculum, study material has been excellent and very informative. Why informative? Because both the beginners as well as the seasoned professional, can learn a lot. And the sessions moderated by Mr. Pathan and various other live sessions by experts, like Mr. Jayamurthy and others have been a great source of knowledge for all of us. In fact, I must congratulate the entire faculty and fraternity of WDC for taking this initiative and making it a reality for people like me or many other people who believe that they could also become a board member. At the end, I wish the entire WDC team a great success and good luck for your future endeavors.
Really kind words. Thank you so much, Mr.
Thank you.
Mendiratta. It was fantastic conversing with you, and I'm confident that your insights will inspire future leaders. Thank you so much once again for joining us today and sharing all your wonderful insights. I'm sure everyone watching this, definitely it will help them grow in their businesses too. We wish you the best for your future endeavors. Moreover, trust that this initiative by Directors Institute unquestionably expanded the participants' understanding and enriched their minds.
Thank you very much for having me. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.